Hello, good morning, Daddy Chris from Srtv studio here in London, and it's October, the month of October, a month that is filled with a lot of things. Anyway, I'm always excited to be in October. You know why? Two major things always happen in my life. I don't know about you. One, because I'm a Catholic, I have the opportunity to pray the rosary again and again. So it's the month of October that those of us who are Catholic have the opportunity to pray the rosaries. And if you do it from this 1 month, trust me, it's a covenant with God. Try it. If you are a Catholic, if you are not, I'm not saying you must be, but very many of you are very good at criticizing us. A Catholic and worshiping Mary, I don't care what you say. Whatever works for me, works for me. I know that when I pray the rosary throughout the month of October, I have that covenant with God. And Mother Mary pray for me. That's all I know. And it's so similar to the African traditional religion where our ancestors, sometimes, I don't know where, we liberate them, we put drinks so that they pray for us. In fact, it's simple, that the dead, people don't die for nothing. They die and they go to the world beyond. Anyway, we're going to be looking at all that in this month of October. Are you a Catholic? Where are you? Wherever you are, Bawo Mavia. And just for those that don't understand what the month of October means to the Catholic, really, let me just say one or two things. What they say, the month is dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary and the Holy Rosary in the Catholic Church. It's a month dedicated to that. So you see every morning, true Catholics, they go in the church or they even gather in their own group and pray. When I was growing up, I was in the Legion of Mary, and this was the very arms of the Catholic Church that actually preaches the gospel more than people think that Catholic Church does not preach. Well, then how do you hear the word of God? Unless we brought Christianity to you guys. Anyway, we'll discuss that another day and another beautiful day. We'll be coming to that. But today, in this very same month, is what that determines of what? The thing that shaped me as Daddy Chris. It's called Black History Month. All right. And now I want us to be very careful when we look at this Black History Month. This started with something they call the Negro History Week. That was far back in 1926. The Negro, they were calling us Negro, these American guys. The Americans, they get some explaining to do to Black people. Anyway, they are there with them now. We are the same people raising the country up. Maybe it's a lesson for the rest of the world to learn to pay on Black. You see the German football team now, they have Black people. The British team, they have Black people. The American team, they have Black people. Go to the Olympics, we'll win the cup for you. That is Black people. We are Black people. And this started with the Negro History Week, where a group of Black people in the then America decided to come together and say, hey, we've gone through a lot. A lot of people have worked for us. Let us celebrate who we are as a people. That's how the Negro History Week started. And that is what I metamorphosed into the Black History Month of today. I think in America today, they still celebrate it in the month of, they do this in the month of February. That is the official month for the Black History Month. But in the UK, we do it in the month of October. Whatever the case, what are the similarities? What is important is this is a week where we celebrate Black history. And I'm going to use that as a very important topic today, the Black History Month, and how does it affect you? I'll go a little bit into that and see whether we can talk to each other, we can interact on what Black history really means. And for your information, and this is something I try to play with in my new movie here in the UK. In the United States, where this word Black history, black came from, Negro into Black, today, you get your head blown up. If you call a black man, he's going to tell you, I am an African American. I'm going to say this again. In the United States, they don't want to be called Black. Because if you look at the color of our skin, really, it's really not black. And the word black is used to describe anything evil, black. Have you seen the word black market, black this? It's all black. Everything black seems to be evil. But we are not really Black. And perhaps that is the subconsciousness they're fighting. You're calling me a black man. How am I black? Are you white? So that's not something we want to debate. Anyway, but let us look at that and look at the meaning of the word white, signify everything pure. purity. Hey, let's not go there. So black people or our people in the United States are not saying we are African American. We are not blacks. But still in Britain, I played with it in my new movie. You don't have to like me. I'm doing my own part before I leave. In Britain today, they call you black African, black Caribbean, and you celebrate it. It's time for us to be called African British. African what? British. They like to call them African American. We're going to be African British. And it's coming and it's going to be written down. Trust me. Because by the time young people get that subconsciousness, perhaps this Black History Month will become African British History Month. That is when it makes sense. African in Britain, their History Month. What is Black History Month? The word black has been bastardized enough, and you know it. So we'll come to that another day, on a beautiful day, on a happy day. But today is a happy week. It's a new week that we call it. Let's, for the purpose of this show. In fact, I created a new TV station and I call it the BRT, the Black Resonance Television. So I'm still using the word black. But the real word to use is really African. But I'm still using it. So I'm not going to fight for it. I'm still trying to navigate my way on how to make people understand that the word black, we need to be redefined here in the United Kingdom. I'm not talking, Americans are doing that already. They call themselves now African American. You don't call them black, not in any book. Today in Britain, we need to redefine ourselves. African British, Caribbean British, I don't know. But this black Caribbean, black British that you think, you know, I did a movie last time and I said, okay, in Britain, let's take the buses. I am black African, I am this, I am black. Well, what do you know about yourself as a black man in Britain? That perhaps let's do that today. At least Americans are not, they have a lot of history, they've written that. Are you saying that the whole people in Britain have no history? Perhaps I'm challenging the status quo. Now, one man said, appreciation is a recipe for more. As I was working on the Robo television, I never forgot what that man said. He said, thank you, Daddy Grace, for what you do. And I appreciated it. Because the more he appreciated me, I was motivated to do more. That's a fact. So I am here today to think, maybe if we begin to look back into what some black people have done for us in Britain or in the United Kingdom, maybe we can begin to inspire newer generation to think of themselves and do something greater. Well, I am an old man. I may not be able to correct some of them, but I'm going to try and touch on that today as we dwell on this program. I'm trying to be careful not to cross the line. But hey, it's Black History Month or it's African British History Month. Any way you call it. And that is why I want to make a film. And you look around yourself. Sometimes I don't know where we are as African in diaspora. Let me use it this way. For those of us African in Britain, we are new, we came in. You guys were already here. Can you see somebody within yourself who have done well? That is worth telling a story about. I have tried in many ways to do some documentaries about our own people. Not until the history of our people who have done well are put on the big screen or are on the BBC for people to watch, we're going to remain unnoticed. So what we're doing, I'm sure black people have done great things. I know of a story of a black man who first played for Tottenham and later went on this and that. These are wonderful histories. That is what Black History Month is all about. What do you know about yourself? Black History Month. What do you know about yourself as a black man in the United Kingdom? I want to restrict it to the United Kingdom today because those in America, they've known themselves, they've been able to part a way for themselves, and I'm sure they're showing a new way to the next generation. We need to do so here. I've watched movies, I'm online today, I read, and I got this to know about Marcus Garvey because of a movie made about Marcus Garvey I've been hearing about him, but I got into the details of that man when I watched his documentary, even on YouTube. That educated me big time. And it has shaped my philosophy of what politics should be. So that is sometimes what I bring home. I didn't even have to travel to the US to get that. Thanks to those who made those movies. I know you guys heard about, oh, Malcolm X. You've not really known much about Malcolm X. But thanks to those who made movies about Malcolm X, that got me to watch about the guy. He said, by all means necessary. And you know why this is so important? He has inspired, they've done greater things. In fact, I don't think Malcolm X have done greater things than the person that made the movie about Malcolm X that is now giving us this wonderful story. If we don't tell the story by ourselves, somebody else will tell it. Who have written your history today? Why do you children study history? Where is your filmmaking skills? And I keep telling people in Nigeria today, I know you guys have grown Nollywood. Where is your filmmaking? What does filmmaking mean for you? Does it mean only how to tell story, how the boy and girl meet and fall in love and you laugh? Or it's an avenue for you to tell your history, to tell your story? I think Abacha is a great man. You might not like him. I think Babangida is a great man. I'm happy somebody tried to make the movie on him. In fact, it should be again and again and again and again. And even documentaries. The only thing I've seen on Babangida has been this. Nobody have really come to tell a story, or a young boy in school making research on the camera. Still asking him questions why he's alive. I don't know whether you watched what happened to Nelson Mandela. Young people in Nigeria, I'm talking today. I was here. When I came to Britain the first few years, I run a company called African Film Tours. What it was that I was putting African films together and tour it in cinemas in the United Kingdom. That was my first job. And I call it African Film Tour UK Limited. And I think those of you on my Facebook, you see that today. What happened was, I was then opportune to put African films from far and wide together for cinema here in the UK. If I tell you the number of documentaries that came from South Africa, there's one that actually, two documentaries. And then I programmed something in partnership with the BBC, with the British Film Institute there. It's called Mama Africa. Just a film about African women or something to do that progressed the life of the African woman. And I had two beautiful stories. One of them is Body Beautiful, a South African story of how a black woman that have weight, have more confidence than you call that you call yourself a mother that can be thrown away. You know, black women are this thick. They'll throw you away. That is who a black woman used to be. I don't know who call people turn and say black woman was tiny. Say waist go be like this. Where they go sit that one? Our women they get horrible. God bless her. I don't talk finish. If you like, I be old man. You can't do me nothing. That is the woman we used to know. So, but how did it manage to change? Because your narrative is not told by you. If I ask you today, why do you think even the woman that is tiny is more beautiful than the one that have that? Why? I'm not telling you to be fat like this. A correct, robust African woman, when they suckle it, what it do? When all of them are now at that level, they do. You never see the number of gym when Nigeria the gym these days. May God save us. Black History Month. What do you know about yourself? Fela was there. He was talking about people changing the color of their skin. Fact. He cried and cried and cried. Fact. See, let me tell you something about Fela. Fela is somebody that come to know about black history. That is why he was able to preach all the messages he was preaching then. Let me repeat it. Go and look at the history of Fela. He came to UK to study music. He came home and what Fela was singing about was food and women. That was the first kind of music Fela was singing. He wasn't successful. The guy packed his bag and moved to the United States. Right there, he saw the civil rights movement. It was when he come to see what the black man is going through. And when he came back, Fela was more like Bob Marley. And they changed the world. They changed Nigeria. Everything you're saying today, Fela has already talked about it. And whatever I'm going to talk about today, Fela has mentioned it. Why? Because he got himself educated through a very important thing. And that is the history I asked you today. What do you know about yourself as a black man? as a black woman. That's a thing for another day. That's not the topic of today. I'm going to go back. I'm going to think about this, and I'm going to tell you what I learned from Black History Month. So many people, for them, it's political thing. For me, it's an economic thing. This Black History Month that you do, that's going to take me to what I'm going to talk about today in Nigeria. This Black History Month, which I would prefer to call the African British History Month. I don't have much to tell about that, but I'm going to say something very, very important, my people. I'm going to tell you the successful movement that has happened in the United States. It happened through only 2 avenues. The most successful one has been through religion. And now we have religion in Nigeria. Instead, Adeboye came out and said he has lied to us. He's looking for money. He's not using religion to unite us. He's using it to actually make money from us. And he said we should forgive him. Yeah, forgive him, sir. But is that what religion means for you? By the time religion is used as an instrument for national development, that is when it is religion. When it is begin to serve humanity, that is when it is religion. And I look at the nation of Islam. That is where Malcolm X got his deliverance. I use the word deliverance. He was in the prison. He came across the teaching of Alhaji Muhammad. Yeah, that's the name. And he found the nation of Islam. And the guy's life was changed forever. I don't care. I always say one thing. I started this show by telling you I'm a Catholic. But I am no Muslim. But if Allah makes you a better man than Jesus, I'm on for it. Do your own. But let it be for for humanity, because Islam and Christianity can be used for the growth of mankind. And I'm going to prove that to you. When Malcolm X was talking about this Alhaji Muhammad, the man was very rough. He was taking women. That was what caused the trouble between him and Malcolm X. They fought. Read your history. The guy that brought Malcolm X, the guy that he so believed, he worshipped, more or less, more than even the God. He believed so much in him. When he came out from prison and he met this guy, Malcolm was serving him like a god. But the man was, don't know, they said the man like that where they poke, they pregnant or they something they work for him. Like that, the Chris. Man like the thing. Anyway, they had a fight. So the man wasn't even that good. But that man did something right. You know what he did? He used the nation of Islam to grow an economy for black people. He was, in fact, with the money that he was gathering, with the power, which I talked about before, when you have these people together, when people follow you, they become flocks, you become a features of men. What comes with it is money. He was able to use that money to begin to set up businesses in the United States. He set up, in fact, restaurants, place where you can watch news. All of them always publish their newspapers. So that newspaper will help to educate people. You can't do anything without having a little means of communication. Daddy Chris is here today. I don't care whether you watch me or not, but I'm able to talk. And you're going to come across it and it's going to hit you one way or the other. That thing will filter through your window, whether you like it or not. So again, this was what the guy did. He was able to grow the life of black people by investing the money given to him, the money he made then, into this. But I'm going to go out of Islam, out of religion today. Let me look at the history, the black history, and I'm going to bring it down home. Malcolm X is my man. And anything about Black History Month, my hero is Marcus Garvey. Anything, anybody talks to me about History Month, the man I go to is Marcus Garvey. What did he do? His story is so interesting. Please, if you've not, go on your YouTube today, use the word Marcus Garvey documentary. It will come out. Beautiful story. You will not even be tired. You see intelligent people talking, telling how he started, his own flaws. He has his own mistake. He's not perfect. He's a human being. But this is the good thing about him. He came to the United States. He was already determined that he's going to talk. He's going to be a gentleman, the first gentleman. He loved that thing. He was good. He learned one thing very well. The man, he learned to speak. The only thing he has done right is he learned to speak. Even when sometimes the thing failed him, he continued to learn to speak. Because if you're going to rule the world or you're going to lead anything, you're going to learn to communicate. That's what he did. And luckily, As a child, he studied printing, in those days, printers. So with that one, he was able to publish newspaper. This is a poor guy with no money, always frustrated in Jamaica. He came to the United States. I want to cut long story short. Within a short period of time, he was able to put black people together. And he made so much money because he had one thing that the pastors have today. Adeboye, listen to me. Marcus Garvey had something you have. He was able to use his words. He was going to, even went to church to talk, to address black people. He was able to gather followers. And when you have followers, you are now fishers of men. It comes with money. So Marcus Garvey had a lot of money. A lot of money. And he didn't even use the money for himself. If the money is what that got him into trouble, they know America, they know what they did to him. I wish Americans can pay some of the prices they did, some of the evil they did. They wish they don't do it. If you ask them today, they say they're not the one that did it. That is the FBI or it's your forefathers that did it. But your forefathers, the benefits what you are eating today. We'll come to that another day. May God help all of us. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. Let's keep it on focus. Marcus was able to change the way black people think about themselves. He was able to create that by performing miracles. When I talk about miracle, last time, if those of you that knows me, you know my definition of miracle. You make it happen. You don't just talk, you make it happen. It's like faith and doing it. When you have faith and you make it happen, then you are performing miracle. A faith supported with work is miracle. I believe I'm going to do this, and I make sure I did it. That thing becomes a miracle. Because without the faith and the work, it's not my miracle. With only faith, the Bible describes you as a stupid man. So that's my definition of miracle. I don't know. When you go to church, that pastor is going to give you what I'm going to put on your head, and you're going to be cured. Like I believe in my Legion of Mary today. So be it. That's your faith. But faith, for the purpose of this program, is when you perform, you make what you believe to happen. By all means. Don't you think somebody that woke up in the morning and said, I want to produce light, so that's what you are using now? What kind of determination that man has? Something he only envisages, he can only see the light. He begins to walk towards it. And he gives us light today. Is that man not a madman? Is that not a miracle? That's miracle. He believed in it, and that's what Marcus Garvey did then. He had a faith that he's going to put black people together and he's going to be their president, and he did. Of course, they cut him short. But let me say one thing I'm trying to talk about today. In all that has happened in the United States, in all that happened in that Black history period, the guy, he believed in one thing: the social fabric of the state. I'm looking for the social scientists in Nigeria to be on the show with me. Perhaps in Africa. Social structure of our state. And there's nothing social for me that is not economic. Social, I talk about the social economic structure of the state. Nigerians, what Marcus Garvey did is something you're already practicing, but you don't know it. A little bit, not the government. Government is what I'm going to fight today. By the time you come together as a cooperative, you change your own lives. Forget anybody. Do you know only set of lecturers in the particular university, if they put their salaries together like they're doing now? Before, lecturers could not buy cars. I know now you guys, now they collect money from the students. Now they be the one I not sleep with, now go make them pay, agree. But what I'm saying is your life is actually getting better by the time you now form this cooperative and you put your money together. Somebody take today, you can buy a car, rent the best flat, and he pays slowly. It's salary, it's a monthly thing. You don't need to have the money today to live the life today. As long as you can have it today, you can grow. That's exactly what I say to black people in the United Kingdom, Marobo people in the United Kingdom, that I can make every single one of you. Repeat it. If Daddy Chris become your president, I don't want to be, because I don't have the time. It's too small for me. If I become your president, I will make every single Urobo man in the United Kingdom own a home. That will be my legacy. I like what Ejiro did, our current president. He's fighting for the whole Urobo nation to have a home, to have a house called Urobo House in the United Kingdom. That will not be my own. I will make you have your own house in the UK. That's Daddy Chris. So, and Ejiro could see something, he want to make it happen, he's working towards it. If he can make it done, he has performed a miracle. That is my miracle. If Daddy Chris become president and he make every single one of you have a home, that is a miracle. It doesn't happen because it's my money. It's happened because of something I believe and I work towards it. Now, let's quickly come to what I want to really talk about today. This Black History Month. What Marcus Garvey did was build on the small economy of these people and use it to build a wonderful economy. That's what he did. And I'm proud of him. You know what? Yesterday, I asked my girl, I don't know why she's not here today. I'm sure Nigeria Network is doing also the evil thing again. You know, Mary is not right here right now. But I want to share this with you people. I really want to share this with you people. No, let me stay here. And as we're going to try and look at the papers, there's something I want us to look at. And I will do that after a very quick break. I want to talk about one thing. When I was growing up in Nigeria, when I say the Nigerian government is not fit for purpose, you guys think I'm joking. I cried here. I'm not here to come and criticize the government, but it's not Tinubu, it's not Buhari, but we don't have a system that is going to ever succeed. And it's not even the political structure. We have no system that can ever succeed. And I'm going to prove that to you today. The Nigerian Post, you know, they call it 9 Post. I'm going to spend the next 3 days talking only about 9 Post, 9 Post, 9 Post. Do you know that the Nigerian government have come to believe that they need to go and borrow money from the IMF to make things happen for Nigerians? When we can actually generate that money, I said the power of the preacher. If Adeboye and Oyedipo keep building and building and building because they have people, you are the president of Nigeria. You cannot have money more than them. So if you have money more than them, what are you doing with it? You see why people will not give you more money? Because you are not touching their lives. Do you know as little as the Nigerian Post Office is gone? Today, if you are posting your things from one place to the other, you know where you go? You go to God is Good. I'm just about to send a pastor from Abuja to Asaba right now. You know where I'm going to go to? God is Good. Mary is back. And you know, I like all these young women with all this their ticket. If I beat Mary, you know, say in those days, when women they do anyhow, you go first beat them well. Mary, what did they happen?
Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning. What happened? You come on the show after 30 minutes.
And that one is after the show. We'll talk about
it. You see this young woman. Anyway, Mary, I've been talking. I didn't have you to help me. Before I go continue on the show, you are the one that would have used to bounce the idea so that people can understand exactly some of the things I'm trying to say. Let me ask you one question. Have you ever heard of anything called, maybe we'll start with this one first. I know say you'll be Catholic girl. So maybe we'll talk. What do we want to do this month? Wait till be this. Look at the screen.
October, month of Holy Rosary.
Are you in the Legion of Mary?
No, I'm no longer in the Legion of Mary. But I was. I think I was their vice president sometime ago.
Mary, your name is Mary. This is the Legion of Mary. Kai!
I was never a Legion of Mary. That's what I said. That because I was once their vice president. Serious. Before I stepped down. I'm no longer a Legion of Mary. I'm no longer a member.
You will tell us why? This is your name. That's why I brought you in here. And I was coming to celebrate with Mary today because a woman of your name, your namesake, is the person that helped to save the world. You see, the Bible says, from what we read in the Bible, out of a woman, the world was condemned. And from a woman, the world was redeemed. And that's true, Mary. The world was redeemed. Mary brought Jesus. From Eve, God versed for us. Anyway, that's by the way. So that is the month we are celebrating. The history, the month of Mary is when we Catholic actually come together and we pray rosary throughout the month. And like I tell people, my faith is blind. And sometimes there are things I don't prove to know. Once I pray my rosary from this whole month, I get a result. It's up to you. Pray, have your covenant with God. If for those that believe. Anyway.
Exactly, for those that believe.
Exactly, for those that believe.
There are people that believe so much in the rosary and they'll tell you a lot of things that it has done for them. While there are other people that will tell you they're not seeing any results. So it depends on the mindset you carry when
Exactly.
embarking into a particular prayer. So when you are praying with faith, when you believe, just like the priest said, it's definitely gonna work for you.
Anyway, this month is about the Black History Month. I've been talking about this, Mary, and this is quite a very interesting month. And in those of us in the United Kingdom, this is the month where we celebrate or we look at the history of Black people here in the United Kingdom. Mary, I'm going to tell you something interesting many Nigerians don't know. All right, this Black History Month, we celebrate it in this month of October in the UK. In America, they still celebrate it in February. Now, this is something that started with it was called the Negro History Month. So it's always Black Negro History Week. Back in 1990s. What they were doing is some Black people said, oh, we've spent some time, we've gone through, a lot of people came as slaves, they've grown, they've fought for us to get independent. It is time to celebrate these people, to recognize them, put it down. So it's an history, history is putting them down, taking note of them. And they've done a lot for us, Mary. A lot. Any nation, any ethnic nation that doesn't have a history group is doomed to extinction. Some people must be able to be dedicated to putting their story down.
That's true.
You understand? The thing I know about Black Americans today, I learned it from the documentaries made by the people who took time to put it together. Maybe today, we're celebrating the Black History Month in the UK, but in America, they do it in February. You know what Americans have evolved? They no more call themselves. In America today, you don't call it Black History Month anymore. It's called African American History Month. Quote me. African American History Month. They said we are not Black people. We are African American. Why are you not saying White History Month? White this. They decided, you understand? They call themselves Caucasian. So we are not, call us by who we are. We are African American. It's only still in Britain, Mary, unfortunately, that when you think, you don't know, you're not here. When you think our boss, they say Black history, Black African, Black Caribbean, Black this, Kai. We're not Black. We should be called African British in the UK. And I play with that in my new movie.
Why should we be called African British? We don't see one name.
That's who we are, Mary. We are African and we are in Britain. You understand? Even some of them, they tell you some of them, and I'm an Englishman in America. So they have English American. You understand?
Okay, that's you in diaspora, right? It's not we.
Yes, those of us in diaspora. I'm not talking about you guys at home. You are Africans. But those of us here.
We don't have British in our name. We are cool with the name.
I know, you are Africans. Well, here, we should be called African British. My kids, they're not Black. They need to be recognized as African British. Not Black people. What is Black? They are African. That helps them to define who they are immediately. You know where you're coming from by the name they called you. What's your name? Mary. What's my name? Daddy Chris. I am identified. In fact, in those days, I would answer my true name is Okwevere. When you call my name, they know where I come from. Mary, if I ask you what's your native name, I know where you come from. Black have no identity. That's why Peter Tosh was saying, as long as you're a Black man, you are an African. As long as you're a Black man, who are you? You're an African. So it is time for us to change. If I give a lecture in this month, anywhere, Mary, that will be my lecture. They won't allow me this time. I'll be telling people in Britain, you're not Black people, you are African British. Deal with it. Identify yourself correctly. Ask to be identified correctly. Ask to be addressed correctly. And maybe your children will start to think better. I'm British. How can you be British? You are not British, young man. And my son said to me, but Dad, I'm British. I said, you're not British. You are African British.
Sometimes It's really confusing, Whitney. It's really
No, it
confusing.
is not. It's because the boy is born here. This is all he knows until the Black History Month, until the African British Month begin to let him know that when he tick form, Mary, we tick form every day. When you fill any form in England, they will ask you to tick where you from. Either you look Black African or Black Caribbean. Those people that come from Jamaica.
You know, there's this event you want to hold called
Yes.
Black Renaissance. So
Yes.
and I think it's focused on the Black.
Yes.
So we have the Black Americans,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So why do we call them Black Americans?
They are not. In fact, they tell you they are not Black Americans. They are African Americans. That's what they're saying.
Okay, that's the name you actually know them to be, Black Americans.
Yes.
So now
we say no now. They tell you no. That's the name they taught you. That's what the white man taught you. The black man in America is telling you, hey, I am an African American. I am not a Black American. That is the new message. That's what you see. Then you dare not write a book and say you put Black people, intelligent people together in the United States and you call them Black Americans. They will shout at you. You will address them as African American. Only in Britain, that's where they see address us as Black African. We refuse to understand. And it's confusing my son. Hello? My son is confused right now whether he's British. He's not British. He's not complete British. He's an African British. He's still British. But he's not a Black British. So that is a political language. And it's going to be something that this Black History Month, which is this month, is all about. Mary, you see, all I took from this, I'm going to bring this. How does it affect us at home? You see, when Fela, I use Fela. Fela is my man. He's a living example. Fela studied in Britain here. Papa said I make us study law. The man went back home with music, carry guitar, they come back home. Nana can't when she went Fela be. Okay. When he came,
he was able to pass his message.
You see, well, that's the point. You know what you know how Fela got the point? Fela came and it's not like what Britain will teach you to how to dance. Thinking about food, about women. Go and look at the first music Fela played. Go and look at the first set of music Fela was playing. Only women, food. The thing wasn't successful. He carried his bag and went to the United States.
Because if he had studied law, he wouldn't have been able to pass the message the way he did.
But the bottom line is that kind of music. It didn't succeed Fela. It was when Fela got to the United States and he now studied what a black man need to be. Because music is an instrument of change. It's an instrument of communication where you can tell your people what they feel. Now, have you seen Nigerian movies? I'm going to come to that. Mary, Fela got there. He got the true message that music can be used to change us. So he came back and he used the music to fight the system that is oppressing us. That was why Fela was successful. Fela was speaking what you already know. I said it on the other day, that you cannot teach me what is not in me. We already know there is corruption in Nigeria. That's why when I talk about corruption, everybody sit up. They are interested because we know. It's already with something we know. That's why what I'm saying is you cannot preach something that the people do not get on with. They won't buy it. I said we bought into Christianity because we already know God. It's not because of what they taught us. It's not the Bible. We already know God. Anything that brings us about that God, we buy it. It wasn't the Christianity that gave us God. We already have God. In my language, it's called Orene. In Igbo, it's called Chuku. It was not Bible that taught Igbo man what is Chuku. They already knew Chuku before Bible came. Don't insult these people that were there before. It's not like when they told you who discovered Mongo Park, Mohammed, Mongo Park. Mongo Park discovered River Niger. River Niger, where your father is, now Mongo Park discovered them. So people were not there before Mongo Park came. Mongo Park, when he lost, go there, now he can't discover them. He lost, reached there. Now he discovered my part. You see, what we're saying is that we already knew God. Anyway, that's not the topic of today. I want to pick the little I can pick, Mary. What I am really bothered about today is those movies you people are making now, the so-called Nollywood that is so successful, the music you guys are singing, how many of them are used as an instrument of change? Do you know, Mary, that I did a company here. When I came to UK, I organized the first company. My first company was called African Film Tour UK Limited. And I was gathering African films to show in cinemas. It wasn't successful. Then now only DVD would they use. If I had gone online then, I would have been among the first people that made the YouTube.
But if you do it now, you will succeed.
Okay. But Mary, you know what is so good there? What is important was that the film I was receiving, 90% came from South Africa. And it was made around Nelson Mandela, their hero. As the children were making film about Nelson Mandela, the world were hearing more about the man Nelson Mandela. Everybody began to know about Nelson Mandela. The man was great already, but the films and everything that were coming, the man was talking. Children were making film about Nelson. Nelson was giving them interviews. I'm going to tell you this. Sorry, I'm going to name 2 people today. Babangida is there. He's still a living legend. Whether he committed what you people like or not. How many films, documentaries have been made around him with him talking? No interviews. No interviews. Not the movie made. I saw the movie made by Obi about Babangida. That's not the story, the true story of this man. It should be documented like a documentary by young people, old. That's your history being put down. That's the Black History Month we're celebrating today. Now I'm talking of the Nigerian History Month. We need to have it, maybe. Maybe it's time for Nigeria to celebrate their History Month. What do you know about the same country, self? That's why we have no clue about the country where we come from. Not a single clue. And that's why we're not learning. We're not learning. I remember a guy who said, young people should learn history. Are they going to learn history? You're going to tell them to go and read it? They can't read anymore. When they make this documentary, as they are getting entertained, they're getting the story. Mary, I watch all the documentaries because I'm of my age anyway. But as I watch the one that are interesting. As you watch Malcolm X, go and watch Malcolm X. Mary, you will not be bored, but you are getting a big message in an entertaining way. That's what documentary filmmakers do. They will entertain you. They will tell you the story. The man will talk. This one will ship in, and you're now a documentary film teller, Mary. You're gradually doing it, but you're doing it now. And that's why I said, let's get some of the interviews. You know what I'm talking about right now. What I'm saying is, who is actually documenting the Nigerian history? Mary, because nobody is documenting Nigerian history, that is why young people today don't know what they have lost. And today's topic is about the Nigerian Post, Nine Post. How many people tell us the story of the 1970s? How many young people today even know what happened in the 1970s? When I was growing up, the easiest way of communication was through the post. You write letters, you send to people. When I came to Europe newly, we write letters and we post home. That was our means of communication. Now, the internet has come. We can communicate better, which makes our life better. But do you know that the Nine Post, the Royal Mail in the United Kingdom today, with all the technology, there is the company called the Royal Mail, which is the post of the equivalent of the Nine Post in Nigeria. Meaning, if the government send you a letter, all official things is still done through that Nine Post, to the Royal Mail. And they generate about 12 billion pounds a year in the UK. There are only 80 million people. Their post generate 12 billion, which is Nigerian budget is 27. 12 billion is about 27 trillion naira. Only post office. Do you have post office in Nigeria, Mary? Now let's come to the topic of today. Do we have post office in Nigeria? Where are they? Where are they? What do you do there? How many times have people posting letters? And if we have post office, how come that you want to send something, we go to, what do you call them? God is good.
Okay, I think the thing is, okay, I think we have, there's one even in Abuja here. I know of the one in Makurdi as well. It's there, but you know that the Chris, whether we like it or not, the world has gone digital. We operate in a different system. Because people still see that post office, right, has to do with communication, right? Yes. So most of these things you send in God is good. They are goods. And maybe post office, majorly what they do is pass communication from one place to another, which is maybe through the letter writing.
No, that is telecommunication. No, Nigerian post office in those days, EMS. I used to send cargo through the post office.
Okay, so we can deviate to logistic.
It's logistics. That's the essence of post office. Post office is about logistics, sorting letters, taking goods from one place to the other, carrying important information. And in fact, in the UK, if you study law, Mary, if I post a letter today to you, and I can drop it in the post office today, that is the day it is recorded. That is officially, because they count days. So it is actually more than just it's a legal tool when it comes to the court of law in England.
You hardly hear about it now.
And again, you know what I talk about? It's about our history. The only history the young man Africans know today, the Nigeria was 3 regions. What was in these 3 regions? What were they? What were they doing? Maybe all we can hear is Nigeria had 3 regions. How many kids have really taken time of all the cameras you're carrying around to make history about the Eastern region? Make history about the Western region. Make a movie about the Midwestern region. Make a documentary about the Northern region. Let people understand the vision of these forefathers, what they were saying. We still have some of them in the archive. They're going to die off now. All those information are going to die away, Mary. Dead forever. And that is why, as this month, as Africans in the UK celebrate their history, the question to Nigerians is, what is your history? Who wrote the ones you are reading now? Mary, we have a problem. When you don't know where you're coming from, you can't learn from your mistakes. Or you can't learn from your strength. Now, because I lived through this time, I'm able to talk about it, that there was something called the post office. Maybe there were so many businesses that was flourishing because the post office existed. I'm doing a job, I'm launching a new company in the UK called Afromat, and I'm relying on the British Post Office to carry my goods from here to the same day delivery, next day delivery. We still have a stamp. Do you still have stamp in Nigeria? Today, we still have stamp in England. When I don't open eye past England. People, when they teach you the thing, when I don't open eye past them, because you lost the ingredients of this so-called democracy, of this so-called technology, you now lost them. Technology is not for fun. It's not. When I watch movies, they say I want to go and watch a movie. So the only movie that will interest you as an educated boy or a girl is boy and girl meet. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. And I'll be laughing. Is that the only thing you see in a movie? Then you lost. If you cannot take time to watch a beautiful documentary by your parents, how your forefathers were, how Sapele was. Mary, if I tell you the history of Sapele, which is close to me, all of them it's like history. This is something that happened not up to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, Mary. 30 years ago, history is lost. As at that time, we had the company called AT&P, the flour mill, the Ogorode. That city was booming. The only person that will tell me a little bit of it is one Dr. Shas here, my friend. He works there. That was where he worked before he came to London. He'll be telling you the story of the place. How the place was booming. We were producing the best plywood. Was produced, African plywood was produced in Sapele, sold around the world. Now, if some people know that there was something called plywood being made in Sapele, and today the place, everybody don't sell them, they don't sell them to themselves, they will ask questions. You see what I'm saying? Until you know, you wouldn't ever be able to even know where you're coming from. These places are now hotels. They don't sell all of them. Now they carry our daughters, they go. That's what they do there now. The main thing, the most important, you see, we lost. We have a problem. And it comes down to this Nigerian post office. Imagine how much Nigerian post office will be making today. Maybe you see the whole business now that we're seeing now. Even that the Chris get logistics. Okada, where they carry people from here to here. This place, this thing is not even healthy. It's not coordinated. It has no place in Nigeria. The Nigerian post will be delivering goods safely and affordably to Nigerians. And the bottom line, it will create jobs. And Berry, guess what? It will make money. It can even make the money oil is making now for Nigeria. I'm not talking of even.
Not like they're not making money. They're still making money. It's still working. Everything you say is not like before.
Mary, where's the money?
That's what I'm saying. Did you hear what I said? It's not like before. Maybe for that was everybody.
How come they are not improving?
That is where competition comes in place. Now people now have to establish something like that, same thing like that, right? And now you don't hear much about them again because
Mary, people will buy things that are of quality and of good prices. Who can do it better than the government? That is the question I'm asking. You see where we get it lost, Mary? This is why history is important. Who can do this better? Do you know why we have the Nigerian Airways? It's not true that you cannot buy your airline and compete with Nigerian Airways then. But who have the capability and the crowd or the Jesus Christ, the fishers of men, that can be as powerful as the Nigerian government to run a better airline than Nigerian government? You see your Keyamu, make it, in fact, people need to fire some of them. How many of them be ministers? We don't hear of them 1 month, 3 months, never hear one word from the Keyamu. I'm the minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you. You have the Nigerian Airways to revive and make money, save the country. You know, until you understand what Nigerian Airways was, the history, the thing behind the Nigerian Airways, until you see this kind of beautiful images and you see, oh, I don't delete the image. No, until you see something like this. Until you see this, you are lost. You won't understand what the Christian people saying. Until, Mary, I bet you didn't know there's something called the Nigerian Shipping Line. Say something called the River Niger. One of our boats, one of the ship, we they name them once from the River Niger. Imagine say River Niger land London. They know Nigeria is here. Mary,
most of the things handled by the governments, they are not working. And that's
the question is if Mary, they always give me that story. If it's not working, why are they not working? The government is the best person to do it to make it work better, so that it will be more of quality and affordable to the people, and even make money for the government. So that it's not working, meaning we don't have a government.
The thing is, I don't know if I'll put it this way. Maybe I'll say because it's too public, right? It has to do with different people, and that is why they cannot put in the work. But you cannot compare them with private. Private is this level of credibility. If you're not doing
private is even wrong. Let's be fair. Private will only do it to make money for themselves. Have you seen the private school? You think the private school is better than the University of Benin? Stupidity of the highest order. What is in Covenant University that is not in Uniben? Which lecturer is the same lecturer for Uniben that's good? Covenant does not have the quality of lecturer that you have in Uniben.
Why these people go there is because they know that they will not express anything called a strike. Wasting the time of
you see the story. And is it not to be seen? Any government that is alive and allow a strike in Nigerian university, it's not that government should be cancelled. It's not a government. If I go sack all of them.
The voice of the students are easily heard in the private schools compared to that of the government.
Maybe so your voice. How many private schools? NANS is not even NANS does not recognize private schools. Go to hell. Nigerian University, you know what I'm saying? The NANS, the Association of Nigerian Students, are coming from the Nigerian University. These are reputable universities with history, with things. We need to go back to those history. This is the month of history in the UK. Nigeria need a history month. When we're going to look at, maybe in those days, the first university, I'm an education student. I study education. The first university in Nigeria was University of Ibadan. But it was an affiliate of a university in London. The first indigenous university was the one Nnamdi Azikiwe brought, Nsukka. It's the first indigenous university in Nigeria. You understand? And I'm talking history now. You know where this is coming from? Maybe a child that is growing up, maybe when you make a sweet documentary of how education has evolved in Nigeria, young people will love it. That's why I'm saying, all of now, when they carry camera, carry mobile phone, they take they look for wife, look for girlfriend. Use and well. The tools we don't have, you guys have it now. No, we have a problem, maybe. It's a Black History Month, and that's the only way I can put it. That we have a beautiful history. That's what Marcus Garvey said. He said we have a beautiful history. We have history of. Do you know the first university? The first university was in Africa, Mary. In this world, not in Europe. The first university in this world was in Morocco. One is in Mali. Mary, if you go to the library in Mali, the way they preserve books, till tomorrow. So if the first university is in Africa and today we are behind, something is wrong with us. How many of you even know that the first university was in Africa?
It was so shocking to me because we all believe that the white man embraced more of education compared to us. They taught us about education, right?
Yeah. That's it. That's what you think. They use the word education. That is their language. We have it in another language. Let me tell you. When I write this book, I'm writing a book now on teaching African cinema. You know what I'm saying? They told us, when you read the history of cinema, in Britain here, God, Mary, this is cinema and not this one. This thing is not the origin of cinema. Cinema originated from the intention of mankind to preserve our story. Anything that preserves story, that preserve you, or preserve whatever you have, is cinema. Now, that's the definition of cinema when we're studying it. And they trace it to Egypt. Egypt now. The Egypt, they even trace it to. The people that were there before were Black people. Today now, they see people when they get this kind of light skin for Egypt. They don't kill all our people. You don't go and look at the picture of the Pharaoh. All the Pharaoh, they be Black. Our history yanked away. May God save our children. We're not going to be able to study that today. We can't study African History Week. Let me forget that. But what is interesting, Mary, was that the pharaohs then were thinking that if they die, they don't want to be buried like that. So they were preserving their body, Mary. That's why some of the people that died then, the pharaohs, that when you go now, they dig them out. They are still, you see their body. Their body were preserved, Mary. Years, we're talking of years ago. And at a point in time, the pharaohs now said, the body, I don't die. No need to the preserver. If you can just draw me. So the people learned to draw. So they forgot the art of preserving the physical body. If they can draw you, then that image represents you when you are gone. That was how powerful images were for a Black man. Or you both see they cave that time. So we're making drawings. From drawing, maybe come painting. After draw, you come the paint. If they do fine art, from painting come moving image, which is where we are today. Another one they come that our children will come up with. You know, go end for moving image. Something more beautiful than moving image will come in the years to come. Hallelujah. Because this knowledge is there already. But maybe what is so beautiful is this time they were saying that the Benin people were primitive. That Africa went in the. Do you know what the Benin people were doing? Before Igbo come, if there's something like the Olympics that was going to go on, the upper will tell people to put it into casting. Casting, they will cast it in bronze. Maybe bronze. If you see them, that was what the white people took, what British took when they came to invade Benin. If you come to the British Museum today, as I speak, all the things there, about 2,000 artifacts from Africa, 1,500 is from Benin. The Edo Benin we are talking about today. I'm living here now. How many of you people have that history? You know, as I'll be talking to young Black people here, I call them Black people, actually young British here today, I'll be telling them that their story is not from slave trade. Because the story these kids know is that their parents were taken as slaves to here. So they were inferior to the white man. They don't tell them that their parents were prince and princesses. Mary, are you inferior to anybody where you are?
No, I'm not.
Come on, man. Who go tell you, say, but here now, Mary, this is not my land. Oh. I'm an inferior. I'm a second-class citizen. You can never give the food of the children to the dogs. Not me talking, Jesus Christ talking. We'll go on a break. Not be me talking. You don't give the food of the children to the dogs, and it will never happen. You're not British. You're not going to be British. You can be an African British. You can be so British. In fact, even if you are those ones, you are not English. Okay. You know what I said to my son? I said, you want to be British, eh? Are you English? The boy quiet. No, you said you're arguing with me that you are British. Yeah, but that I'm British. Okay. Are you English? He said no. All right. So which is your language? You're speaking English, yes? Yeah. But are you English? The Englishman will know the Englishman. They have a culture. It's an ethnic origin. It's an identity given to them by God. They were able to explore the world, and we are speaking English. But it's an Englishman. They are here, Mary. My son is not an Englishman. My son is actually an Urobo man, who, by implication, is now an African British. History must be told correctly. Let's go on the break when we come back, because they go come close this show. Before we go do one more time, that the Chris go talk in own. 3 people go here. I don't talk finish. Maybe now you they sit down hear me. God will bless you. They're not going to beat you put in Jesus' name.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190, or email us at realestate@superiortelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
I catch Mary with the eat. He can't remove her. That girl, I catch her. I mean, once made a catch her, they eat something for her mouth. She they run. No, Mary, what are you doing? now, one of those Mary they eat, they run. The guy is running. Okay, that's by the way, studio we have to have fun. We gotta have fun. Mary say before you come disgrace me for national television, say this old man, Matt, not the see. That's what she had to deal with every day. Poor girl. All right, Mary, welcome back. Mary, I think I don't want to go into the history and the no history. I just want people to know that if we have our history, we have a beautiful history. Even these few years of Nigerian existence, that from the time the white people came till now, we have a beautiful history that can inspire us into greatness. That's what Marcus Garvey said. He said we have a beautiful history. That is, people that once do great things will do it again. You understand? People that once have a university, that when the world had nothing, they will do it again. People that were, in fact, even when the white people came, they brought development. When we had AT&P, we were producing things, selling to the rest of the world, not only oil. We had a means where we used to post letters. Not God is good. There was the post office. This history that we used to fly ourselves abroad and back with the Nigerian Airways. That Nigeria had a shipping line that was all these ones were making money for the government of Nigeria. Big money. That's why today you see the Premiership makes its own money. The Royal Mail makes its own money. Everybody, the BBC makes their own money. Look at the end, the government is what? Rich. All of you are relying on only small oil. You're broke, man. And this journey is a destiny to be poor. Change the destiny of our children, people. They need to hear the right story. This is the month of history.
The oil has finished us now because
yes.
oil has made
That's
made everyone depend on it, depending on it for money, depending on it for everything in the country, and it's really affecting us. It's telling on us.
That's why we are suffering.
But I feel like to some extent we are growing. We are beginning to change the narratives of knowing fully well that everything cannot be coming from oil.
Mary, trust me, that in Nigerian story today, it needs something to be injected in our DNA. We need one mad leader that will get up and say, I am the president, I am the president, I am the minister of agriculture. I am the minister of Royal Mail, of Nigerian Mail, that I'm going to make sure, I'm going to coordinate and make sure Royal Mail make us money, or Nigerian NIPOS make us money, that there's going to be Nigerian Airways that will make me money as a president. I'm not waiting for oil money. That I'm going to be president and I'm going to make money from agriculture. We're going to farm now. I'm going to sell farm produce in the next 10 years, in the next 1 year. I mean, not 10 years. That Nigeria will make money. That is when we have a president. That's when we have a government. History will teach us this, that we're going to have again shipping line that will be carrying our goods. You know how many goods that come from abroad to Nigeria today? I'm only talking of boats when they carry human beings. Okuna when they carry ship, flight that take people. What of the one that is bringing goods? You know how many goods come to Nigeria? All the things you are using, they're importing them. How does it come? Through the sea. Do you have a vessel that brings them in? The answer is no. Who pays for it is Nigerian money. Are we not stupid people? These were all things we used to have. Mary, it's painful to live in this time. It's not a good time to live. We are not making progress, Mary. We're running a stupid system that can easily be turned around. Very easy. The magic is not far away. Anybody that is telling you it's going to be president of Nigeria today, now have to go take all your money, they share up. Oh, I will give you this. I will make sure you have so things. None of them is telling you they're going to make money. Maybe that's the problem. Anybody that come to you and say, if I become president, I will give you money to do what? Where is the money coming from? Assam, Akpa. Where is he making money from? Okay, how much you don't make? Tinubu, since you got there, how much you don't make? You're just spending money. How can a government of West be useful to you, people? This is why we need to study history. This is the month of history. As we celebrate in Britain, and we're telling people we're going to be called African British. Nigerians, celebrate your history. Ask yourself, where is, for those of you, every tribe, those of you in the East now, if I tell you what Azikiwe put there, the day, Mary, you are from Enugu State, that was the coal city. Coal. You know what is coal? Till tomorrow, all these things you see now, shall be this. All these things, this black spot you see around me today. If I turn the camera, you go see so many black things. They are all made from charcoal. Something that you have in your land. Who is working on it? Does the government of even Enugu State even know what that is? We go beat all of them.
The name is still there. They still tell you the coal city state, but I know that it's just a name.
Not only allocation, Mary. Allocation, this idiots they wait for. Allocation governors.
That is where your problem started.
Allocation governors. That's why we cannot have 9 posts. You see this 9 posts now. You say, nah, God is good at one. Really, one state government nothing gets even something to carry things from one place to the other. If God is good can make money with it, imagine what a state government will make if you do it better. How much does God is good have to compete with the entire state government? If Nigerian government choose to be foolish, no excuse, Mary. We are in trouble. We're in big trouble. We have no government, and that is painful. And so, with that basis, I'm just going to say, let's just look at the papers today, because all we're going to see today, all we're going to see in Nigerian papers, you know what the truth is? It's depressing. Exactly. Can you imagine? They are fighting over oil. These idiots, they never tell us, Fubara never tell us how much it's going to make for the River State government. He said it's going to empower people with the money.
We should leave him alone, like Chris. We should leave him alone first. Why are they fighting him?
No, not about fighting him. What does these two fools have to offer people in the state? Because they're going to share your money. That's why they are your leaders. Tell me, this Bikini Wike and this other Fubara, none of them have one idea to make money for you and better your life. You think sharing money for you is going to make your life better? You don't shop on today, tomorrow you're hungry. You're fools. Until you begin to demand good governance, and not that you even know what is good governance. That's why I said we need history. You need to look about what was in River State. How River State going to make money? Rivers that can look at water, look at sea, look at where you can make a lot of money. If now only fish yourself, or now get high. If now refinery has now get oil, or even if now get seaport. No, you don't get waiting anybody when they send go. You see all these foolish people in my place, eh? They say they send them to Senate, House of Assembly. Where do I go talk for that? If you people cannot fight to have a seaport in Warri, have a seaport in Port Harcourt, you are a fool. You are a waste in the National Assembly. A complete waste. Igbo man, you cannot fight to have River Niger as a seaport. You are a waste in the National Assembly. Because that will bring economic growth to your people. Economic. Maybe I don't believe in anything. No. I don't believe in politics. I believe in the economic growth of the people. And when we look at our history, you find that all these things have been there before. Our forefathers were doing it in their own way. It's just like when I said today, I started this show. I said, I'll be a religion of Mary. But I started by saying that we have a religion. We knew God before Bible came. Don't play with my forefather. Don't insult the man. It's up to your foolishness. My forefather knew God. It was not the white man. It was not the Bible that told them what is Ogene. Maybe there's something called Ogene. In my language, no one that don't speak Urobo. Now you both teach us Urobo again. Maybe therefore people say now they teach us how to speak Urobo. Waiting now, Mary. Waiting be this.
It's easy for the fact that we now believe that anything coming from them is just the best. That's my problem.
No, Mary, it's not even
somebody will be arguing with you that white wedding, you understand, it's more important than traditional marriage. How? I can't even place it.
In fact, this boy now, this man, once in a while, God will bring one person when we throw light. That mean I say, he don't tell him, I say, white wedding is the white man's culture. White wedding. It's not in the Bible. It's white man's culture. The true marriage is the one when Papa and Mama exchange, and that's what they do for here too.
But can't deny it. Some people come and neglect ours and start praising another people's own.
Maybe not so we neglect our religion, take their own. We be mumuna, and even the leaders of today they can't be mumu person. Now you boy you they blame. I been our people. You go ask question. They tell you, Mary, you don't see the way the foolishness start. They say, who discovered River Niger? Now what did we study, Mary? Not be yesterday for school, primary 5 and 6. Now what did they teach me? Who discovered River Niger? Mongo Park. Who? Mongo Park. Now I discover my papa. Where my papa did before. We don't did there. So now Mongo Park can't take us. No, I can't see one river here. Because that's how you discover something. Maybe we are so gullible because we have no history in our palm. Then I will for put them back, put them down. I will want Aziku or none of them. Go trash them. If they both tell you, say, oh, discovered in Mongo Park, you can't leave us till down. Just when my time, I still studied the same thing. You know, not say they change and they don't go. Say, not be Mongo Park, now Mongo Park discovered for them. But for us, our father did there before. At least we will understand, Mary. It's just like what I'm saying today now. You telling my son he's British. He's not British, he's African British. He's confused. He's confused. The boy is confused. Yeah, because all he can see in school is, yeah, he's British. But you are not one of them. You are not an Englishman. You might be British. You are not an Englishman. There's a difference. Mary, the country called Britain, there's a country called England. The people living in England are the English people. The ones that speak English, Mary. The English we are talking of, it's not all British. It's not all United Kingdom. It's the English. They call them the English people. It's a tribe. Just the way you have Robo, you have Igbo. English is a tribe. So go Nigeria, go talk our rubbish. Because anything in Nigeria is depressing. How they take win election?
Honestly, it's depressing.
But one interesting thing that is happening today is that this Fubara, that if I say Fubara and Wike, they lost hands down foolishly in their places. No. Because these two people are waste of space.
Fubara wanted to make sure that rule of law, right, took place in the election. His party was not even involved. That is the PDP. So you can see the way it went, right? Now I'm saying that Wike's camp wants to take him to court. Is what I don't get. Is it now go to court? Is it now the new language in the country?
No, I love it now. Wike a lawyer. Wike a lawyer. Make it go court now. I love that. And the way they tell those people make go court, make Wike go court now.
That is it. After election, then you go to court. That's it. Because Fubara's party is not even there.
No, what I like, Mary, you see the way they dance. How you call them? The way Wike and Oshomole dance, they laugh. This Benin man. Now, so for the dance now, they laugh Wike.
Because what I don't understand is it Wike as the governor of Rivers State of Fubara? Why this? And why they even allow this?
Wike is a nuisance.
How will you be fighting a sitting governor?
He says nuisance. That's the truth. It's a nuisance. And sometimes they do all these things, and only thing I know these people are half brain. You know, now Wike is doing one thing. You know what I said? I watch this boy, they praise Wike. See, Wike don't take road, finish the whole of Abuja. Wike don't do this, Wike don't do this. Now they make me vessel. Mona asked me how much Wike don't make for the Federal Capital Territory since he became FCT manager.
Well, the reason for
you don't raise money.
But, you don't anytime they're doing the job, they tend to make more money from it for themselves. So
you see the funny thing. So many they are actually not working.
Abuja Cardinal Road, because we're talking about some potholes, right, on the road that they want to fix. Then I just smiled. Is it only road? The problem is it just road?
Thank you, my daughter. You know, Mary, make I show you this man. He be like Wike, this current governor of Delta State. You know where he come from? At least in Okpe man. Now Okpe gets saplet. That saplet, we call it the river there. Let me tell you how the river saplet came about. The word saplet. There is a god of the Okpe people where this man come from. The god, they worship by the river. You understand? So they say this is the river. The name of the god na Pele. Uriapele, that is Rie Irubo, is river. The river of Apele. You understand? So that is what they used to call the place, Uriapele, Uriapele. When the Portuguese came, they could not pronounce Uriapele, they call it Sapele. You see where the word come from? Sapele is not the real word for the place. It used to be Uriapele, now becoming Sapele. So the land belongs to this man. Now, if this man knows what is history, this is the place that have the biggest. In fact, when the white people came, they saw that, wow, that Sapele is as rich, is the best place to be capital of Nigeria because you have a seaport, everything. That was where the Portuguese landed. That's why they introduced the pidgin English there. That's why everybody there can speak pidgin English. This pidgin English we are speaking now is not by mistake. It was how they introduced. They were communicating with us in a way we can understand them. So they bend the language. You know, when you begin to bend language, make people understand you. Language became from English into pidgin English. That's the pidgin English we speak there today. This man, when he become governor, so he know history. If you know what this Sapele did before, he should be asking him, sir, that Sapele, where there was AT&P, where they were making money, where we have the best plywood that is coming from that place, what is happening to it? If you tell him now, he said, I've constructed roads. Just like Wike. They construct roads. With which money? Maybe which money are they using to construct the road? The next thing they will fight.
Iron money. That is how the iron money never
start to dance. They'll come go church, join them. See what they vex me. They'll come go church, come crown it in. What a generation. Maybe I go marry you, give one of them. I swear.
I mean, not because I know that the next thing that the priest will say now is they will not go to church, they will not need that for pastors, they will not need that for men of God, right? They will not pray for them because I know you're not this.
Is it a lie? It was one of those that came to
Can we just sometimes just talk in this show without you bringing up church issues? Is church the problem? The church, is it the problem?
90% of it is how we took Christianity. That's what I came here that day.
How?
Christianity itself, the message of Jesus Christ is a great thing. That's why they kill him. The same reason why they kill Jesus is what our people are doing now. The people that brought the Christianity to us, they only use it as a weapon to use us. And as if our people have taken it now, they're using it. That's why, not me now. Thank God, the biggest man in Nigeria, he said he's the oldest man, he agreed. That he lied. He said he made a mistake. No, sir, you lied. It was not a mistake. You were not sick. You were not having dementia. You lied. There's a difference between lie and I make a mistake. Carry me, go anywhere, I go open book for you. What is a lie? What is a mistake? Was that a mistake? When you tell people to pay more money so that you make more money, it's a lie. You lie to the people to make more money. And that's why I'm angry with them. Otherwise, the message of Christianity, Mary, is a beautiful one. It's so similar to the African religion. We all knew God. It has about to do with God. It's similar to the Islam. It's about God. God is in us. We understand God. We appreciate anything from God. That's why they bought. That's why they're taking our women. Pastors stand much at Baba even they talk say even as he did so say women see the temper. That Baba. Una bad o maybe. Una bad. Una be bad people. Allah. Una be bad people. Allah. Una be bad people.
I think problem on this show is if it's not pastor, it's women. So we are the problem. No problem. I accept. No issue.
No, we read the papers. We will read papers because the election is so funny. That wicked it's so funny. So we need to rush through some of the papers before we finish this show quickly. God bless you.
Okay, I think we start with the Punch.
All right.
Okay, so the big story on the Punch: Rivers crisis. Wike comes heads for courts as Fubara swears in local government chairman.
All hey Fubara, as Wike they go court. Some Wike now they tell people go to court. Now it's your time to go to court.
APC PDP factions vow legal battle as Governor Atiku others cancel local government chiefs on residents welfare. And the story is on page 2 of the
Let me repeat that again. When I hear Atiku, my ear go stand.
Okay, APC PDP factions vows legal battle as governors. Atiku others cancel local government chiefs on residents welfare.
May God help us. Let's go.
So we have Nigeria's debt servicing source to 6 trillion naira, says CBN reports. That's the reason page 36. You can see the picture of Cardoso.
You see what I love about this, eh? We keep owing debt. And we can't. You know what is good, eh? Tinubu said it's working, and Nigeria is owing more debt. When you owe more debt, your money will fall. This money is going to go to 3,000 for $1 sim. That's where we're going. Maybe we're going to keep owing and owing and owing and owing.
But this is sad, honestly.
Because people are clapping for Wike for constructing road. You not ask Wike where is the money coming from. They clap for Boriwori for constructing road. Not ask Boriwori where is the money coming from. Can this small money from oil be used to construct all the roads in the world? When you don't make money, Nigerians, that's my question for you guys. We need to go back to our history. History will help us. In this month of Black History Month, in the month of Nigerian History Month, I want to call it the Nigerian History Month tomorrow. So tomorrow, Mary, today I said I will do the World History, Black History Month. But tomorrow it will be Nigerian History Month. So we can look at the Nigerian history. You understand? And every portion we go to, we will take a look at their economy. If this Benue State, Benue. They call them the food basket of the nation. There was a reason, Mary. If we look at the history of Benue State, you find that Benue can feed the whole of Africa. May we not go to Niger State. Mary, what's wrong with us? We see the clap for Wike, with the clap for Bodiwori, for spending the small money on roads. And of course, overpriced budget. Overpriced. They said I hate the man. I will hate my own brother. What am I looking for? You understand? People talk rubbish, you know, Mary. Why will I hate him? He's better than Okowa. He's closer to me. Why will I hate him? But will I support rubbish? You are a duff for spending the small money we have on roads. You could use it to grow the economy of Delta State. Would that be so bad?
And that's all.
Would it be so bad if Delta State have a farm? They said, government can't farm. So you sit down and you ask, and where's the money coming from? Oh yeah, you're a foolish man. When you can actually do, it's not the same thing like Nigeria. Somebody sitting at home and waiting for food to come and beg. When you can actually farm and feed your family, you're not a man. Would it be so bad if Delta State have a farm? Delta farm. Only 6 months we go pack cassava, Mary. The cassava when Delta State go bring out. Mary, we go sell cassava and give the whole world. Only 6 months. Mary, do you know how much we will get from that? Only cassava. Cassava today is used for all kinds of things. All kinds. In fact, the Chinese they go celebrate with us. Mary, would that be so simple to have cassava farm in Delta State? That this governor that is calling himself a governor now, if now that one, if he do something for clap for him, that's the Castrot Road. How can my friend get out? You're talking to people of yesterday, not me. I'm too old for that. You can fool these children with that. And an old man like that, Chris, you have a problem. And sometimes you think you are ruling some only set of bunch idiots. No, Nigerians are intellectuals, man. And I said, I'm wondering, maybe because when I'm here and I'm listening to, I've been opportune in this course of doing this show to talk to intelligent Nigerians, and I'm blessed to come from that country. This one is not going to help us, Mary. We need a proper history. We need a proper understanding. We need to know what we demand from our government. Right now, we are floating. By the time people clap for Wike for parking sand on the road in Abuja, that is the stupidity of the highest order. Only transport for Abuja. You know, Mary, I can tell you, in London today, we have transport for London, which Wike could easily. Lagos is even trying. You understand? Which Wike can choose. The federal government can be constructing one city to the other. But within Abuja, it is Wike's responsibility to make transportation within Abuja more profitable, and it will make it easier, it will be accessible, and it will be making money. Wike will be making money. Come and see how much transport for London is making. Transport for London, how many people is employed? We know someone will go buy, not even learn to make motor. Will it be so bad? Will it be so bad to think of a system that will connect Abuja that will to make transport easy? And then people will get employed without drivers, and they'll be making money for the government. And Wike is collecting that money. Delta State, I just said now, will it be so bad if somebody will have Delta Farm making us money, or Delta Gas and Oil? River State, Fubara, you went there. I don't want to talk. You that your Enugu State governor, Mary, that your governor, when they said last time they talked to my friends there, they said a very good governor, very smart. Smart boy. Where is the cocoa? Where is the charcoal we used to have in Enugu State? Where are they?
Have you noticed that it's very difficult to see people condemning any governor? They don't put blame on the governors. But everybody comes together and complain about the federal government. It is only in the federal government that we see people blame.
I don't understand that, Mary. God bless you.
But you feel it now. The last time you called somebody on this show from my point state, can't you see how he was talking good of the governor? Come to Abia, they'll talk good of their governor.
That is their job. I don't listen to all the things.
Nobody complains about governors. We all just find blames just on the federal level. But we don't know that things are not done that way. Because what about the states? Is the state not supposed to be working? Is the state not supposed to be making money? Are we supposed to just depend everyone?
Some of them, that's why. Mary, who not be here with them with this boy that day, the boy because they make military come. Shibuzo. Shibuzo said make military come. You know what happened, Mary? We need to have our history. History is important. During Odua in governor of Delta State, Odua said he won't do transportation of Delta State. They bought all these buses. If you see them now, Mary, may God save us, Kai. We wicked though. This is man evil to man. Your own people, that's what you did that to. And today, we need to know how much you spend. Now we'll go prison. Make military boys come. If we not feel beat now, God go send who rich una come. As when una say the trouble don't come on, at that time they can't wake you. No, come. That money where you spend that time, can't talk to Bata. You go wrong. All of them, all these idiots, they have hospitals, they have things they build abroad and at home. To do what? Your own people are suffering. Go and look at the world. Do and she's staying there. You don't even get road to reach your house. Now me, you do, sir, and yourself. The same Saple when this new governor say it come from. Look at Saple of those days. Saple. You can't look at it. And when I talk, they said that the police have issues. I have issues with you. You have issues with him. You're deceiving him. Tomorrow, the man go to suffer. You go there. In fact, my place say, what face so Ibote? Then we say, when Ibote go, you go escort them reach the riverside, you go wave them. Then they follow them past there. When they go prison, you don't go follow them. Because the day of reckoning will come. Well, you could read one more paper, no, they go ask. This boy said, Rakade Malay, my para boy. Para say, they could talk. No, get time for these people.
Okay, let's see what we have on the Vanguard.
You know, Mary, it's very good that anytime we read these papers, we take Vanguard and we take at least the Daily Trust. Daily Trust kind of represent the voice of the northern people.
It's because that's your best paper.
No. Well, I'm going to tell you this way. The Punch is more or less from the west. Vanguard is like it's coming from the south. The northern papers, the northern point of view, if you look at the Daily Times and Daily Trust now, you go see them go tell us story.
Anyway, I got used to not getting the message I want from Daily Trust. So maybe just because of now that they are beginning to lash on the government, that the Chris is beginning to like them. Fine.
That's not true. I just want to hear the voice of the northern.
That's the Daily Trust. Before they were not having any story that was interesting.
Maybe read this one. Oh yeah.
No, I've already opened the Daily Trust though. You can.
No, let's do no, I said we should do the three. After this one, then we'll go there. All right, yes, my daughter.
So the Vanguard, we have the big story at the Vanguard. Local government polls. PDP has lost Rivers, both chairs. Wabara laments. It's supposed to be Fubara laments. Maybe it's like
board of trustees. Sure.
So we have says party rocked its own boats, ignored warning. We have uncovered plans to unleash violence on local governments headquarters coming from Fubara. Swears in 23 council chairman. Councillor says I'm still in PDP. Article hates Rivers people. Fubara for rejecting intimidation.
Wait, Wike is still in PDP?
That's in Rivers. You don't understand. In Abuja, in federal level, is working. But when it comes to Rivers State, he has people, right, that are working under him in PDP. That's the confusion that decreases.
Anyway, during the election, they will go APC.
But the party was not involved. Fubara is also a PDP member. So the PDP was not involved in this election. So that's to go through another party, right? Because if PDP people are to involved in this, that means Wike will still have his men working for him under Fubara regime. You see what he did? He had to scrap them out. Because I don't understand. Honestly.
Politics.
How can you be in PDP and be in APC? Only one person. How?
Oh, wow. Anyway, let's go. I don't know the name of this party, APP. What did it be?
The thing is tweeting article. Because it's like Wike is his enemy.
No, Wike are enemy to Atiku and Peter Obi. Now Wike now make Peter Obi lost election. Peter go know that one. May not they go shake hands with her. Let's go, Mary. Let's go.
No wonder I came back to hail him. Anyway, that's their business. So we have a minimal hails Rivers government Rivers governor over successful local government poll. APP dedicates victory to Rivers people. Stop usurping president's power. CTC chairman once commends Fubara for peaceful polls. And all the stories on page 5.
The Fubara, when they say no one conduct peaceful polls, they don't recommend them. You see the voice of the paper.
He played a smart one. Honestly. He just played a smart one with this thing he did. If not, that is why some parties that we felt are neglected, they're not coming in. The APP, have you heard about it before? You can see that they won almost all the seats, I think like 22, right?
That's what I'm wondering. That's why I might not the one asking now, what is this APP they are talking about, Mary? Because I never heard the word APP before.
APP is still a party now.
Only in Nigeria. I know.
Just like in Anambra, where you hear APGA, right? It's still a party. It's just that because we just always hear about PDP, APC, these parties are neglected. So the rift between Fubara and Wike is bringing them out. So they say one man's food is another man's poison. As they pain us, they sweet us. So they are quarreling.
Now that one was supposed to be sing for Wike now. As they pain us, he go to sweet them because now they pain Wike. Wike as they pay you, he they sweet them. As they pay you, he go to sweet them.
I think he said he's going to bring them down. He's going to bring them down, like, because I don't know how he's going to do that in courts. Wike is ready to fight. So let's see.
What we'll do daily trust. Make we close this paper because daily trust now only miserable picture now that they put for the front of their listing. Now make they run from them. You know,
so
they're not bad.
The big story on the daily trust. So we have how multi-billionaire illicit arms entered Nigeria 23 times in 7 years, and trend portends grave danger on experts. This coming from experts. Investigation ongoing, coming from customs. NSA's office takes custody of seized ammunition on page 4. Moving forward, we have a story that says higher interest rates painful for borrowers but necessary to control inflation, coming from CBN. Gunmen abduct school principal, 8 others in Kaduna State.
That's a popular thing. When they hear now, they kill myself.
And I saw some pictures of them selling house in Kaduna, duplex. They're even calling expensive amounts. I was like, who wants to live here? So we have houses. So Kaduna has beautiful houses, honestly. And people I know of someone that left their family house, duplex, big house, and they came to Abuja here to buy a house. So I don't know who they're going to sell houses. They've not even seen somebody that will buy it. You can imagine that kind of thing. Because you know that even your children that are going to school, the schools you are putting them, they are not safe. You don't know the stories that will come up the next day. So it's really scary. Nobody wants to stay in some parts of Kaduna right now. So we have Abuja, Kaduna, Kano Highway. Federal government tries to revoke beggars' contracts over price disputes. What I just said today. We have war on Gaza. 1 year of killings, hunger, displacement. And
you see the undertone. The undertone, if a Christian society will report this thing, they will report it in favor of Israel. Now, the people there in the north are predominantly Muslim. Look at the way they 1 year of killing, hunger, displacement. They don't want to talk where it come from. May God save us.
That's it.
That is the world we find ourselves. But until the philosophy which said you are an Israeli that you can kill, or you're an Arab, Israel cannot exist, until that philosophy is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned by the world, we have a problem. The killing will continue, unfortunately. And they keep killing and killing people who are said to be the same father, killing themselves. Nobody is telling them their history. See what I'm saying, Mary? The history they are telling them is how God maybe choose one over the other. So the same man God blessed Abraham that God has blessed. We claim the blessings of Abraham, not the blessing of the children of Israel, not the blessing of Jacob. I don't want to read the Bible past here. Do not take time. The blessing of Abraham. The children fighting Mary are children of Abraham. We read the Bible and we read the blessings of Abraham. Mary, now speak language I speak. The children killing themselves are children of Abraham. And we have the courage or the understanding to support one to the other. We should discredit both of them. So they will call sit up and come and address themselves. Kofi Annan said, you guys lack the civilized code of conduct. Killing yourself. You're the same father. Go and deal with that. No, there should be no room for supporting one and this and it. No, to get quoting. Say it as it is. You are barbaric. Stop killing yourselves. The world is ashamed. We are tired of you guys. That Nigerian will come home and think well for themselves, that we will be smart people, that while we are now celebrating the African British History Month, we pray that Nigeria will go into our history and look at maybe what Obasanjo has done. If Obasanjo have any story to tell us, what Idiagbo has done, what our forefathers, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Awolowo, Tafawa Balewa, what they have done. What happened before they even got independence. See whether we can draw history that will tell us who we truly are. That truly spirit of the African man that was able to grow his own wealth, whether we can bring it into modern civilization. And maybe tomorrow, we might actually have African medicine. Maybe here we have Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine. I know say they will sell it from
China not taking over already. Let's see.
Chinese medicine, is there everywhere now. Now then they sell their own herbs. African herbs not very important. I tell one man, he said the thing not they work. I say I better go take Bola, go take our medicine, get for home. Tell them they bring that for you. May God save us in Jesus' name, Mary. Thank you.
Amen.
How are you? So tell Nigerians, I know you say you don't talk, but still tell the last thing before we go.
Okay, what I would say,
No,
I keep
first, wait. You go pick shirt when you get dot. Come carry black, Jenna. Come do this. You come the dress to match. My husband you look for so. It's very good. I love you that call television, talk cross out. I love you. I love you. I they joke against you. I don't worry. God will bless you.
I keep preaching positivity in the country. So what I would say is, not just as the federal government or the state governments. Now I'm going down the line to the citizens. Let's try as much as we can. Let's do our best to make Nigeria a better place, to make Nigeria a place that is livable. Because there are some crimes that have been committed by the citizens and not these our leaders. So if we start killing ourselves, if we start robbing each other on the way and start offending each other in this way, it's not going to be better for us. I feel like we can come together and work for the betterment of Nigeria. And hopefully Nigeria is going to be better. Let's not give up. Let's not give up on the country. That's what I have to say.
Thank you, Mary. And that's Mary said it all. But I'm going to come from the angle of the history. I came on the show today and I put the image of Mary. And I said, this is the month of Mary, where we do this and do this in the Catholic Church. What are we doing? We have a sense of history, of what happened then. Jesus Christ died at one time some years ago. We remember that history, we carried it in now. Without history, we are not a people. Where is our history? Africans, I dare not call people black people. Where is our history? We lost it. But do you know that we have the first universities? How come that what we were teaching then is no more important? The question I ask is, how can somebody prove to me that our government cannot do business? That is the private people that can do business better. Can't we eliminate those people that abuse the system and let the government make money so that we don't go keep borrowing? May God help us. That is where I'm going to end the show. Thank you very much, Mary, for joining me. You look amazing. May God bless you. The beauty and the spirit of God will follow you, my daughter. So that is where we do the show today until tomorrow when we'll be here again. But this will be the month where we'll look at our history as our people. Tomorrow the topic will be Nigerian history, and we're going to look at the history as much as I can pick. But you know when I pick on history, if you have anything historically to tell us, please come on the show tomorrow and join us. But the history of Nigeria we'll be looking at this. Let's look at the history of maybe the kingdom in Nigeria, like the Benin Kingdom that made bronze. And today, it's not part of history. It's not part of the world history. But if you come to the British Museum, it's there. People pay to go and see it. Maybe what you don't value. If you come to the British Museum, they pay to come and watch to see the Benin bronze. But this is a history we neglected. Maybe there are so many things like this that we have neglected. Help us. Thank you, people. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number.
Srtv. Innovative content.